Eddie? Where's Eddie? Can't do a show without Eddie. Oh, there's Eddie. Here he comes. Welcome to episode 3. How do you say it in Spanish?
Trace?
Episode Trace. Tres. There you go. Episode 3 of Mind Control, the only show that has the balls to
admit that we're telling you what to think. Other shows do it subliminally, but we're going to come straight out and tell you.
Subconsciously, subversively.
We're going to come right out and tell you that we want to control your mind. We want you to come back and view every episode of this. So make sure you do.
To your face. Save the drama for your mama.
So how was your week, Jerry? Anything crazy happen?
Just the weather this week. Weather's been crazy. Shooting a video this weekend of a party. Showcase. Showcase has got a thing going on. About to start handing out the flyers that we got made. You know.
Do you want to say anything about our special guest that we have here?
A special guest, we have Stone of G Squad, creeping in the back.
Yes, sir.
He's watching from afar, making sure that we don't run out of battery, you know. So that's how it works around here. We got so much money to go around that we just pay people to just make sure that we don't run out of battery.
They told me that I can't say anything. They have my mind in control.
We told him that basically if you can't see him, he's tied to a chair. We've made it clear that he's...
they said I was a smut.
He's sitting with his eyes actually held open like this right now.
Clockwork Orange style.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have I done this week? I guess that's the next question.
Eddie, what have you done this week? What's Clean Dallas up to?
I've done
CleanDallas.com.
I've done, pretty much nothing with the Dallas blog, of course. It's becoming a pattern, unfortunately.
Okay, all right.
I do have a new wrestling blog coming soon. It's CleanDallas.com/wrestling. So make sure you check that out if you're a pro wrestling fan. If you enjoy WWE or Ring of Honor or Total Nonstop Action.
With that said, why don't we get into local news?
Local news, huh? So I'm not sure if you were affected by it last week, but there was some blackouts due to the weather.
Rolling blackouts. Apparently the electric companies don't like being referred to as rolling blackouts, but that's what they were.
Are you aware of why these blackouts were happening?
No, why are they happening?
Apparently, the electricity companies pay either for a stable electric current through natural gas, or
which is almost guaranteed.
Guaranteed, yeah.
To always work.
Or they can do the cheaper option, which is the interruptible electricity option, and it's a cheaper option. So they've been using those to supply electricity. And it'll go out whenever there's too much of a demand with these cheaper options. Last week was
so our heat went out this week.
Heat went out, huh?
Our heat went out. Actually, it was related to the first snowstorm of last week. One thing that we battled this week was the heat goes out. We paid $130 to have somebody come out off over-hour service call. $130 comes out. I swear to God, I'm standing in front of the vent. The guy opens up our deal and literally touches a wire to test it, and I could start smelling the air heating up. And all of a sudden, the heat started working. So, lucky for us, he kept the $130 charge, even though he did nothing. And
it costs a lot of gas to get out there. You can't just be driving around for free, Jeremiah. And also, I'm sure you heard about the Super Bowl being in Dallas last week.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we had the Super Bowl.
I had no idea. Yeah. Wow, how did it go?
It was the debacle in Dallas, is what they're calling it. The weather was terrible, and then also you heard about a lot of the tickets that people bought were not.
Yes, also they had a New York company in charge of making sure that flexible seating went into Texas Stadium. Doesn't make much sense. So obviously, in the wintertime, the snowstorms kept a New York company from bringing seating down here, and they let that stop them, and all these people got screwed out of their chairs.
Do you think if there wasn't a snowstorm, there wouldn't have been an issue with the seats, or do you think they're just using that as an excuse?
I'm sure there wouldn't have been one,
Really?
but how about you don't hire a contractor from New
New
York?
York, yeah,
That's retarded.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was a cheaper option. They
Of course, I'm sure it was the interruptible.
The next story is about Michael Vick getting the key to the city. There's been a lot of controversy over this story.
Dallas's own Dick Hunter, Dick Hunter, formerly of the Ticket.
Richard Hunter, yeah.
Do you know where he is now? 11 something.
He's nowhere. He's nowhere.
11. No, he's got it promoted somewhere. Just nobody.
But
nobody cares.
I follow him on Facebook, and all day yesterday he was talking about, I'm going to be on this station, I'm going to be on that station, I'm going to be on this station, talking about this controversy. Of course, it's only for the dogs. He was doing it to help the dogs. He wasn't doing it to promote himself. He was doing it to make people aware of what was going on.
I'd be more interested in seeing Ty Walker recreate that video as Big Dick than.
What do you think about this? Do you think Vick should have been given the key to the city?
You know what? I looked into it. At first I said, no way, this is ridiculous. But then I looked into it, and you realize that the mayor came out and said, I knew nothing about this. This shouldn't have happened. I'm so embarrassed about this. Blah, blah, blah. What the pro tem mayor is perfectly allowed to hand out a key to the city to anybody he wants. He is. It's a lower form. It's like I said, a $25 key that has, Dallas's whatever on it. And that's fair enough. I mean, Mike Vick was in town. The event was promoted as an event for 14 to 17-year-olds, to get a positive message and something about, working on life and this and that.
Do you think Michael Vick is a person to be promoting this positive message? Should he have turned it down? Should he have had, No,
I think it's a good chance. I mean, obviously it's only a good chance for him to make money, but I mean, he was
helping the community.
I mean, he's doing a good thing. He is helping the community, even though it's forced.
Yeah.
He's helping the community, and
as part of his community service time, I'm sure.
Why not give him a key to the city? You know what I mean? Like the guy.
I don't know. I think there's more deserving people than Michael Vick to get up there.
I think I deserve a key to the city. What are the restrictions for getting a key to the city from the mayor pro tem? I think he could go to the city. He could literally give it to anybody. Why not give it to Michael Vick?
Yeah. Boy, we really got into it there about that story.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it out on you.
That's all right. So also, I don't know if you read this story about these bank robbers. They've held up. They've heisted 10 area Dallas banks. They're armed with handguns and taking over banks during the heist and forcing employees in the restrooms afterwards. These are terrible men.
I heard that one of them was heard leaving the scene yelling out, "I don't bust back because I shoot first." I don't know if there's any truth to that rumor, but it's just what I heard. Honestly, I don't care about this story. I don't care about a bank. I think banks are the biggest robbers out there. So a bank getting robbed,
those overdraft fees really suck, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, are you kidding me? Overdraft fees.
I haven't had a checking account for about 4 years, I guess.
Good, you're a brave American.
I am a brave American. Moving on to national news. Give me a second, Jim. Not feeling really good today. The weather's been kind of kicking my ass. I've felt kind of run down, so I apologize.
No, I'll bear
I'm
with you.
really with the energy
that's
today.
Good.
I'm trying to bring it.
Energy's good.
Okay.
Come on, just give me the first story.
So,
I'll tell you what, just kind of give me the story, and I'll vamp for a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of take it easy.
All right, I'll do that. So Keith Olbermann resigned from his job at MSNBC. So apparently he was hired on by Al Gore's Current TV.
Oh, is that Al Gore's thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw some stupid review today on Yahoo, ridiculous article. This guy basically just went into a review of Current TV. I hate Yahoo. Yahoo has the worst articles. They have the worst headlines. They try to catch you on stuff. I don't know why I go there every single day. If you know a better website for me to go to for just general generic news, let me know because I hate it. But this guy just basically talked about the lineup on Current TV. I don't think it matters. I don't know that Keith Olbermann's new show matters. I don't know that... Eddie.
Hey, I'm sorry about that, man. Like I said, I've been
doing a show here.
Feeling really sick this week.
So, what do you think about what I said about Keith Olbermann?
I thought we were talking about Howard Stern signing his new contract.
Okay, why don't you just go to the next?
Yeah, I apologize for that. Also, did you hear about Gabby Gifford? Apparently she's in good enough condition that her husband's going to fly off into space. He's not only going to the next state over, the next nation over, the next country over. He's leaving the world while she's recovering from her
husband's going to space. thing that's really interesting. I don't know if I would go to space if my wife was just Mary Jo Buttafuoco in the head, but you know, whatever floats his boat. But you know, if we could just give a quick update, maybe I'd like to give everybody an update on Gabby Giffords. You know, she's real close to my heart. I just think she's being real brave, and our thoughts and our prayers are with her. So I'd like to get into the latest.
I can't believe we're even talking about this when weed's almost legal.
Oh, everybody, it's Austin Hippie! What's up, Austin Hippie?
Hey, guys. Hey, Jack. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Eddie sleeping?
Oh, yeah, he passed out. Keep your voice down. You know, try not to wake him, but what's on your mind?
Well, Jerry, I heard you talking about Gabrielle Gifford, and I'm kind of curious why we're talking about shit that doesn't really affect us. But we got some stuff going on right here in Texas right now that we should be talking about.
Okay, clearly we can tell you're upset, Keith. We can tell you're upset. So tell us specifically what's on your mind.
Today, I want to talk to you guys out there watching Mind Control on the interwebs about Texas House Bill 548 that's currently trying to get passed through our legislative session. Simply put, House Bill 548 aims to lower the penalties for the possession of cannabis here in the state of Texas. Specifically, up to 1 ounce of cannabis. If HB 548 were passed through as it is currently written, with no amendments, no changes, up to 1 ounce of cannabis would be treated as a Class C misdemeanor, punishable by a fine not to exceed $500. Not going to see jail time, just a fine. Which, if you know anything about the current state of things here, is definitely an improvement and a step in the right direction towards legalization here in the state of Texas. If you have more than 1 ounce, less than 2 ounces, you're looking at a Class B misdemeanor. And more than 2 and less than 4 ounces, you're looking at Class A. And anything beyond 4 ounces, you're going to be looking at state jail time. Alright, now that you have this information, you're aware the bill exists, what are you supposed to do about it? Well, it's up to you. You need to get proactive. You need to contact your representatives. If you didn't vote for them, sorry, they won anyway. If you don't vote, big deal. I don't care. They're still in office. They're still making decisions for you, so the most you can do is contact them, let them know how you feel, light a fire under them, get the ball rolling on this bill. For more information about this bill and a pre-formatted email to send your local representative, check out txnormal.org. txnorml.org. They have all the information you'll need, and they even have a way to look up your representative so you know who to contact. Also, check me out on Twitter at Austin Hippie, AustinHippie, for the latest in legalization and all things hippie.
Great. Well, thanks, Austin Hippie. Keith, keeping Austin weird, we appreciate it. I guess we'll see you later. Hold on, wait a minute. By the way, how the hell did you just hack into our show?
It's relatively simple, Jeremiah. I took a USB and used that as a pass-through for the FireWire cable, which I then did a crossover into the HDMI port of the motherboard connected through the processor of the main switch on the router. And after going through the router, I did a repeater sort of command, if you will, and basically used that to get into your system relatively directly.
Yeah. Well, using your same methods, I just hacked into Eddie's brain while he's sleeping. So, listen, I'm going to kind of play around in here. I'll see you later.
Alright, man. It was good talking to you. Remember, legalize it. You're not a criminal. Don't let your government tell you what you can put into your body.
Alright, Eddie's thinking about Smackdown. I don't know who dreams about midgets, but whatever. Maybe we can go a little deeper. Oh, it's the knockout Anderson Silva front kick of Vitor Belfort. Alright, Eddie's got some good sports dreams. Let's go a little further. Okay, he's coming downstairs and sitting down, facing the wall, reading. Oh, he's reading comic books. Okay, that's kind of weird. Let's see if we can go a little. Aha. He's on Clean Dallas, featuring Mind Control. See? He's got some good dreams, but I just don't know if he necessarily has all the right opinions on some things. Let me see if I can't just plant an idea while I'm in here. Be scared of a Muslim takeover in Egypt. I know it's pretty gay, but Let's see if it works. Okay. Alright, it seemed to be in the deepest of his REM sleep, where we play video games. Well, at least we're having a good time. That's nice. Two buddies playing video games, having a good... Eddie's having too good of a time. Eddie's... Okay. That's pretty disturbing. I think we're going to go ahead and get on out of this.
Hey, sorry, Jeremy. I didn't mean to fall asleep again.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I think you just missed like one news story, so why don't you go ahead with the next one?
All right, so keeping in the national news theme, BBC is reporting that there's been a growth in the U.S. economy over the past few months. It said that U.S. economic growth accelerated over the last few months of 2010.
Fuck yeah!
So
Keep
it looks
reading.
like
Keep trying to read while I yell over you.
It looks like consumer spending
America
has contributed to the growth, as did falling imports, whatever the fuck that means. It says,
falling imports.
The Labor Department said that with wages rose faster in 2009, but still second slowest rate between records since records began.
Let me see that story.
Whatever the fuck that means. You want to read it, Jared?
Yeah,
Like
literally.
but that's our economy, Jeremiah.
Worst fucking story I've ever heard.
All right, so moving on to world news here.
World news, everybody.
So the Egypt protests continue. It's pretty much going to be a Middle Eastern themed world news again for this episode.
We love the Middle East.
Yeah. So the protesters are still calling for Mubarak to resign.
In Africa?
No, it's like is it Africa or is it like right next to Africa? It's like in that in between place, you know.
Betwixt.
In betwixt. The U.S. government is still calling for Mubarak's government to raise the martial law that's been in place.
Was he the bad guy in Aladdin?
That was Jafar.
Okay, that's not him.
Jafar isn't quite as evil as Mubarak is.
Okay.
The economy over in Egypt does pretty well, but only the top 5%.
Right, the people connected to military.
That's the main thing that the American government wants to see changed over there. But isn't that sound kind of familiar, though, how the top 5% have most of the money and the bottom 95% are the ones suffering under, political regimes?
Sounds strikingly familiar.
So on the next story, are you still scared of a Muslim takeover in this protest? Do you think it's going to be taken over by Muslim leadership?
I think that's the biggest overblown...
Iran is supporting a Muslim takeover, and
well, they came out and said this is the Islamic awakening or whatever.
Right.
But,
the Middle East in general, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me just more talk.
Yeah,
sounds good.
I have a lot of faith in Egypt that the people are going to do the right thing, and it's not going to be some kind of.
This isn't an Islamic revolt. This has nothing to do with Islam.
No. And yeah, the people want their freedoms, and obviously you can't have freedoms if you're living under a law that makes it okay to kill women who commit adultery and to stone them and stuff like that. So that's not the kind of a revolt this is. I don't think it is.
It should be, but it's not.
What? Also, the last story in the world news and the last story of this episode of Mind Control is the Google.
This is the last episode of Mind Control?
No, this isn't the last episode, Jim. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So I lost the story about this guy, unfortunately. I'm not sure where it went. But, so...
Did I tear it up a minute ago?
Probably. What's the guy's name for Google? The Google exec that...
Asmaris Mekanuxmanog.
That was really offensive, Jared. Really offensive, yeah.
Was it?
So I guess that's today's episode of Mind Control. I had a good time. I apologize to all the Mind Control fans out there for falling asleep on the job. Maybe next week I'll come back, stronger than ever. What's that?
That's it?
That's it.
Do we not have anything else?
What
did we do? What do we start the show with?
Talking about our lives or whatever. Is that all we have?
I guess so.
Yeah. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Maybe next week we can get above 100 hits. Maybe if you want to tell your friends about it, we'll see. What could happen.
Tell your mom. Tell your friends. Tell your mom's friends.
What was that song that's really popular right now? Tell your mom. Tell your kids. Something.
Hide your wife. Hide your kid.
Oh, so it's not tell your mom.
That's
tell your kids.
Not really even close.
Okay.
No, it's.
All right. Well, so thanks again for watching, and come back next week, everybody.
Maybe we'll go around this. It's crazy.